How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny, and today we are going to be shooting a reaction video for my blog, Apex Journal. So today's reaction video, we are going to be discussing That Dude in Blue, aka David Patterson, and his 240SX Blue JZ. In this particular video, this is the one where he's doing the uninstall of the NRG steering wheel and putting in the D&D steering wheel. And this is kind of getting a little crazy because I know a lot of car guys out there probably thinking what I'm thinking. That is, why would you put that steering wheel in your car? Now, a lot of the things that people do with their cars is, completely up to them. If it's your car, do whatever you want to do with it, that kind of thing. Cool. That's not the problem. The problem is when you start sacrificing safety for style. And I don't think that David himself had any particular reason to go with NRG other than that it was cheap and it was blue, and that's pretty much why he got it. But looking back, I think that his decision was a poor decision, but I think he kind of figured that out the hard way, in a way. Hard way, what I'm saying is that, well, you'll see in the video in a sec, but yeah, he kind of broke the steering wheel, and that's not something you want to break. You break a steering wheel on a car, that can be really, really dangerous. Imagine you driving down the road and you're driving and all of a sudden it breaks off. What are you gonna steer the car with? Exactly my point. So in this particular video, I'm gonna let the clip run right now. You're gonna see David trying to take off the steering wheel and all hell breaks loose. So check out the clip right now.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know, right? That's pretty crazy. So as he's trying to take off the steering wheel, one piece breaks off, then the other, and then as he's trying to get leverage using kind of like the whatever's left on the steering wheel hub, the entire freaking wheel breaks. I don't even know what to say at this point. That's just something that's just got to be addressed. And yeah, I mean, what can I say other than that it was a really bad decision to have that steering wheel on there. But I mean, you live and you learn, and thankfully the car wasn't moving. The car was actually out of commission at that point, and thankfully he didn't get into an accident, because that's worst case scenario. Imagine that you're going to be driving a car that has one of those steering wheels installed on it and you get into an accident. What happens if you're holding that steering wheel, or if your body launches forward and impacts that steering wheel? What's gonna happen? Is that metal rod that's sticking out gonna hit you? It's gonna impale you? Who knows? That's worst case scenario. That's something that I wish would never happen to any of my fellow car enthusiasts, because you're risking your life at that point. And this subject can go on even more in regards to safety and what to put on your cars, but I think the main topic of discussion would be replica parts, or stuff that you can buy really cheap and it's very easy to come by, such as the NRG steering wheel. And I'm not knocking NRG in any particular way. It's just the steering wheel that they have, or that he had, it wasn't good. It failed, and that's a big safety issue, a big safety concern. And if you ask me, I would rather have safety over style. And for some of you that are subscribed to the channel and do know that I have an aftermarket steering wheel waiting to go onto the car, I spent quite a bit of money on that. Like I made sure that this was the right type of steering wheel that was going to be going into my S2000. I did the research. I kind of looked into what's good and what's not, and ended up deciding going with a steering wheel that not only is proven by Formula 1 champions, but is something that I know will withstand pressure or a hit, or in case of an accident, it won't bend, or even break like David's did. But that's not the point. The point is, we have to be a little bit more vigilant about what kind of stuff we're putting in our cars when it comes to replica parts, especially steering wheels and regular wheels that we put in our cars. That's something that's a really big concern, because imagine you're driving, your wheel snaps off because you hit a pothole, and you're going, I don't know, you're going like 35 miles an hour or more, and that's going to damage your car and put others at risk. So is it worth it to have a little extra style? My personal opinion obviously is leaning towards no, that's not okay. I think that for this particular case, it would have been better if David did his research And other people, not just him, you know, he probably just didn't even know. It was just one of those things where maybe the steering wheel looked cool because it was blue. But, you know, when you're looking back into it, it's better if, you know, you do your research, you know what are the products out there that are worth it. If you have to spend a little bit more money, hey, I would rather spend a little bit more money in terms of my safety as opposed to style. And, you know, you gotta work to, in this particular industry, you gotta pay to play. And that's something that I think that many people don't really understand is, you know, it makes more economic sense to buy replica parts as opposed to buying original parts, because original parts or real parts are more expensive than replicas. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's whatever you can afford and whatever you're willing to put on your car, and that's completely fine. You do whatever you got to do to your car. You put whatever you want, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's gonna be it for this video. I just kind of wanted to throw whatever happened with David's car out there as a reaction, my personal reaction. Everyone's reaction is gonna be a little bit different than mine, but just to kind of throw that kind of information out there is just, you know, be wary. Look at the parts that you're buying. You know, just make sure that you do your research. You buy quality parts and don't buy anything that's replica or cheaply made, because it could end up costing you more than just a couple $100. But that's gonna be it. Take care, you guys, and I will see you next time.